Hi everyone, this is Eileen Caddy's guidance for today, January the 29th. Are you ready to change your ideas and change your thinking? Are you prepared to accept something new without reservations? Some souls can be flexible and do it with the greatest of ease, but others have great difficulty and it causes strain and stress in their lives. Or it causes stagnation, which is almost as bad. You must be courageous and move forward into new ways, new and even uncharted waters without any fear. I am guiding you into those new and uncharted waters, and I will not let any harm befall you. Accept me as your constant guide and companion. You have not been asked to move into those uncharted waters without your pilot. I am your pilot, and I will never let you down. Trust me completely. If the way is rough, be not afraid. If it is dangerous, be not concerned. I will guide you through it all. But remember to let go and let me do it, and resist not. Well, here we have this theme that Eileen comes back to in her teachings again and again, this willingness that we have to find within ourselves to step into the new, and a willingness to let go of the old, and to be brave, to have courage, to be a bit fearless, or even if we're frightened, to trust in God enough, trust in that still small voice within enough to take those steps forward into the new. Not to stagnate, not to stay in our comfort zone, stay with what's familiar, stay with what's comfortable, but always be willing to go into the new. And this again harks back to what I've spoken about before, this law of entropy. There really only being two direct forces in the world that we're living in the planet that we're living in. If we leave something, it goes into decay, or if we have free will, it can go into growth and expansion. But nothing ever stays the same. So if we try and stay the same by clinging to our comfort zone, what's happening is that we are stagnating. We're going backwards, even if we don't realize it. And, she talks about some souls. Some souls do it with ease, others have great resistance to it. Unfortunately, I'm one of the latter. Maybe you can relate. I envy those people that were able to just let go of the sides of the cliff and jump and trust that the net would appear. But many of us have egos. We have personalities that are fearful, that need certainty, and that are even triggered by the world that we live in and the fear that is always being ramped up in the world that we live in. It can become very hard to trust the new, to trust the unknown, to try and live without certainty from outside. Something that's probably held me back a lot on my spiritual path is the need for certainty, this clinging to safety and the need for certainty. But even though I've been clinging to what has been familiar is often painful or uncomfortable in its own way, and not the glorious or growth-fueled option that it could be if I just let go and moved into the new. So this is about a surrender, allowing our souls to surrender and trust in God, and trust that even if it's fly by the seat of your pants and leaping into the unknown, and it can feel very frightening, and sometimes there is pain as well that goes with that change and growth, that it is always better and worth it compared to trying to stay where we are, or keeping ourselves stuck in suffering as well.